All right, let's do this. Our last fact, clock. Our last fact, vertical angles are congruent. That'll go up there in a second when we finish this proof. Now we're going to start putting it into our reasons column though. Vertical angles are congruent. All right, so let's get our statements, reasons down. I know you guys have seen this a couple times in the homework, but I just want to make sure we are solid that this proof does not do the traditional given proof. Do you see how it's an if-then statement instead? So whatever's with the if are all your givens. After the then is what I'm asking you to prove. Okay, I think you guys probably picked that up from your science days. Angle 3 congruent to angle 2. Given. I don't write the other information up in there, but mark it on your diagram. 3 and 2 are congruent. And I'm asking, why would 1 and 3 be equal? And why would 1 and 3 be equal? Let you guys finish marking and writing. All right, take a look. Take a look. I'm not just going to throw it out at you and tell you why. Take a look. How do I get to 1 and 3? And please, please, some of you advanced students here, don't tell me anything about parallel lines or alternate interior angles. That we're not ready for that. Okay, we're not ready for that until next unit. So please don't tell me anything about those. Anybody see anything that it could? Nyara, you want this after your 50-40 display?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angle 2 and angle 1 are vertical.
So what's that mean?
That means they're congruent.
Okay, let me write that down so people can see what we're about to do. So Nyara's saying, hey, I see that angle 2 and 1 are congruent. You don't need to tell me they're vertical. You can just go right away saying they're congruent. You do need to tell me, right angles are right angles and supplementary angles are supplementary angles, but vertical you do not. So angle 1 congruent to angle 2. Here's our new fact for the day. Vertical. What am I going to tell you with this word?
Vertical angles are congruent.
No, what am I going to tell you with the word vertical? Have some self-respect, right? Don't be an embarrassment to the math community or your families. Vertical angles are congruent. It's not CLE like barnacle. Okay, that's a true statement. How's that help me now? 2 is congruent to 1. Great. You write it down, but then you forget about it. Use your givens. You write it down and then you forget about it. What's your deal, Maddie?
Well, I was going to say because 3 is congruent to 2, if 2 and 1 are congruent, then that also means that 3 and 1 are congruent.
Oh, do you have a little backup? Why?
Supplements of congruent.
Oh, supplements. Have we ever said the word supplementary here?
No.
No, don't bring it up. Okay, don't add in words that aren't there, but it is something there. 3 equals 2, 2 equals 1. Here you go, Maddie. Where do I want to do this? Plug it in, aka substitution. Everyone, this is substitution, right? Both 3 and 1 are equal to 2, so they're equal to each other. That's substitution. Okay. Again, substitution 2 at a time. You got to pick 2 equals at a time. Are we okay? Why that substitution? I know it's tough, right? You have this substitution, and then you have the substitution after addition and subtraction. Hi.
Is it always going to be substitution, like the after addition and
Yeah.
subtraction?
Yes, I can guarantee that. Yep. Everyone all good? Okay, you ready to raise your game here? Can we go to the honors level now? All right, ready? This is going to be a lot tougher now. So go ahead and do what you got to do here. Mark, write. We got some work to do. But you guys can handle it. You're the best of the best, right? That's what they tell me. Okay, you ready to talk and discuss? Because this is gonna be a class one here. We're gonna do this together. All right, we're gonna combine our minds here, build on this together. All right, I got X and Y congruent. Good, I gotta get M and N. Can we all agree right now before we start, M and N are not vertical?
Yeah.
They are not vertical. Plus, why would I even give you X, Y as congruent if that was the case? All right, do you also see, I want to start talking about this fact too, because I know it's very easy to overlook. The fact that they gave you A, E, B, and C, E, D are straight rays and they intersect at E. The reason most times in a proof that they'll give you that either they intersect or they're straight lines or rays is for two reasons. One, they want you to look for supplementary angles, or two, they want you to look for vertical angles. Okay, that's a little hint to everybody. Oh, they're telling me they're straight and intersect. Maybe I should be looking for vertical or supplementary angles. All right, how am I going to get to M and N here? Oh, oh boy, here we go. Who's going?
Okay.
Okay.
Angle DEA is vertical to angle BEC.
Okay,
So
don't just stop talking. Just stop, I'm going to stop you there. Maybe somebody else. What, Maddie?
Mine's a little different. I was gonna say something different.
What were you going to say?
I was gonna say that DEB and AEC are vertical.
Both are true.
Okay.
Both statements are true. I'm only going to take one of them now. And here's why. I'm only going to take the one that involves MX and NY. Okay? So I'm going to take Grace's right now, Maddie. Yours is 100% true, but you see why I'm taking that?
Yeah.
Because yours are vertical and they're congruent, correct, but do they involve M and X at all, or N and Y? No. All right, so let me go back to what Grace is saying. Let me highlight it. So we're saying these vertical angles, everyone see them? The top and the bottom one? Clearly vertical, yes? Okay, do we know where we're going from there? So I'm going to write angle DEA is congruent to angle BEC. Why are those congruent? They are.
Vertical.
Vertical angles are congruent. All right, why is that helpful? Somebody build off what Grace just did there. Why is it helpful?
Because you can do angle DEA minus angle X equals BEC minus Y.
Can I take the vertical angles and subtract XY? Look at it. Subtract XY from the vertical angles. What angles are left over?
M
M and N, which is what I want. So this is a subtraction proof. Whoa. Relax. How many quantities do you need to subtract?
Okay.
How many are in your proof right now? Two. All right, just making sure. All right, we always want to remind ourselves before you do subtraction and addition, you better have written down, not marked on your diagram, written down the two equal quantities. All right, so now I'm going to start turning this over to you guys and asking you what you want to subtract. My new goal here in the next week is to get everybody's names down, because I had a horrible experience, an embarrassing situation yesterday in my regular geometry class. Somebody called from the main office and asked for this girl to go down. So I wrote the pass and everything, handed it to this girl, and she went down and she came back. She's like, oh, she was looking for Stella, which is not my name. And I was like, oh, that's pretty embarrassing. I better start learning some names. So, yeah, this class isn't that bad, though. Kevin, good call back there. Good to see you. Here we go. Lucy? Yep. You're on fire. Good job. Here we go. Grace, what am I subtracting?
Angle DEA minus angle X is congruent to
Go ahead, keep going. I got you.
angle BEC minus angle Y.
Yep. DEA minus X equals angle BEC minus angle Y. Subtraction. And then yes, right after I'm going to substitute in. Questions from you guys? We okay? How was that one?
It was bad.
It was all right. A little tougher than usual, right? Because hey, look, not only am I throwing in the new vertical angles, I'm throwing in old stuff, subtraction. All right, you ready for the beast now? I saved this for last. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are we ready for this or not?
Yes.
All right, I hope so. Oh. See, this is so. See, this is the. You're killing me. Everyone's just so focused, going to do the next one, looking down. You totally missed him coming up. And then there was no reaction whatsoever. Usually it's like, all right, let's go. No homework, maybe. Let's go. But no, nothing. Nothing. All right, you ready? Okay. First, we start with nominations. This is your first rodeo. We start with nominations, and then we vote. So you already have him coming up again equals no homework, and an additional one. Let's go.
I'm feeling a pinwheel.
I was feeling the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
vibe. Same vibe.
Pinwheels came up today too, so is it come up again? I don't know. Other nominations. Let's go. Oh, it's random. Yep.
Turn.
What is it? Just like a book,
Yeah.
not curl,
No.
but book. Okay.
I was really feeling those pinwheels.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I mean, now I'm kind of feeling a genie now.
Genie, all right.
Genie, maybe.
That's what 8th period went with yesterday, but it wasn't a genie. I will. Star, all right. Yep, there's a classic one.
Period.
What is it? That's all you're going to nominate is 4? There's like curtains.
Okay.
Or the cute one.
Okay, after
Cube.
that, I think I'm gonna go with Pearl.
Cube, I can throw curl up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you've seen that you want to nominate? Going.
Yeah, fade.
Fade, all right. There's a fade. Anything else?
Promethean, man.
Well, you already get that anyway.
If
All right.
it comes up again, do we get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no homework. It's no homework if he comes up or what you're about to vote for.
Oh.
Ready?
Say we go with the pink.
Yeah.
Okay, again, this is your own.
Yeah.
This is your own.
Okay.
Majority rules, but this is your own vote, and you can only vote once. Pinwheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Book. I'm still doing, even though we know it's going to be the winner, but you could still be that person who's like, see, I told you so. Book.
Okay.
Genie. Star. Curtains.
All right.
Cube. Curl. Fade. Okay, so pinwheels it is. Pinwheels. We all know what pinwheels looks like, so there's no arguing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I don't have any more slides after, so it's just going to go to a blank one. So I'm going to go to the one before right now. So we do have a transition effect. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Promethean man or pinwheels equals no homework. The drama right now, huh? The suspense in here. Here we go. Oh!
Oh my god!
Let's go.
No.
He had to leave. Or he's not coming back.
And Kevin makes sense. And Kevin makes sense.
First time this year you get it. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. Doesn't come up all year and now 2 in a row. Okay, no problem. I stick to my word. All right. We'll finish the homework and that'll be it. All right. I'll stick to my word. All right, no problem. Guys.
Has that happened to anybody?
It's happened. It's pretty darn rare, but
Yeah.
on your first time you get them for the year and it happens. So upset right now. So bitter. Gonna be so bitter now the rest of the day. All right, let's just get through this one now. See, that's what I get for thinking about you guys yesterday and growing a slight heart. Always goes back on me.
And the homework was only 1 page.
It was?
30.
That was it? All right, well, hey,
Yeah.
we still don't have to do it, right?
The worst is when it would happen on like a review night, the night before test, because then you still have
You still
to
get to
do
do
review.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. So I got 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. Okay. But somehow you guys got to get me to 4 and 6. All right, 4 and 6 to be equal. So I started out with something about angles 1, 2, and 3. You guys might want to start introducing something about 4 and 6, right? Or just 4 by itself, or 6 by itself. Or hey, look at the givens. Can you come up with anything just looking at my givens? Right? There's many ways to do this proof here. I just want to make sure it's structured and ordered, and we have the correct steps. Maddie, you want to throw something true out there?
Yeah, 1 is linear and 4, or vertical and 4, sorry.
Okay, 1. So what do I know about them?
They're equal.
They're equal. All right, so I'll just put that up right there. 1 is congruent to 4. You don't need to tell me they're vertical. You can just say they're congruent. Vertical angles are congruent. I may write this reason up a ton, but I'm going to put them in separate steps so you can see everything happening. Okay, we have a lot going on right now. Now I have 3 statements up there that are congruent. Can you put any of the 2 together? Don't try to put all 3. Try to put 2 together and give me a true statement. All right, give me a true statement. Just put 2 together and give me a true, because you can't use all 3 together at once. Put 2 together and give me a true statement right now. What other angles have to be equal based on 2 of those statements? Aisha?
3 and 6.
3 and?
6.
Okay, you're just going to put another pair of verticals, right? Okay, that's fine. I want to slow it down, though, a little bit. Because you guys are just giving, I want to look at these 3 right now, pick 2 of them and give me a true statement. I will get to 3 and 6. All right, but I just think putting 3 and 6 up here just adds to the mess we have right now. Go ahead, Tim.
3 and 4.
3 and 4 are, okay, here's the thing. What 2 are you using? How do you get into 3 and 4? I think you're doing, how are you getting into 3 and 4?
Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2.
Yep.
And angle 2 is congruent to angle 3.
Stop. What's that mean then?
Say that angle 4 is congruent to angle 2. And then say that angle 4 is
Okay, all right, ready? So here you go. Here's what Tim is using. He is using these 2 right now. 1 is congruent to 2, 1 is congruent to 4, so that means 2 is congruent to 4 by substitution. I think you tried to do 2 substitutions at once there, and I want to write everyone down here. So does everyone see where Tim got 2 congruent to 4? Okay, we're good? So I've used those 2. Now use the other 2 now that are remaining. 2 is congruent to 3, 2 is congruent to 4. What do you got? That's where you came up with. Now what do you want to say? But I need to see every substitution, okay? 3 is congruent to 4. Right here, guys, right here. I just want to show you how we're writing out every single substitution right now. Are you okay on how we got the 3 congruent to 4? And again, I can't, hey, this is not the only way to do the proof. You could have started a lot of different ways. All right, I got 3 and 4, so at least I have something that involves 4. Can you involve something with 6 now? 6n, what did we just say, 6n?
3.
Okay. Is that by substitution, though? Why those 2 are congruent?
No.
No, that's by
Vertical.
vertical angles are congruent. Are you guys seeing them? When I use substitution, I only pick 2. I don't try to pick 3 or 4 at a time. I only pick 2 and then use substitution. All right, you guys looking at steps 4 and 5? You guys see steps 4 and 5? 3 is congruent to 4, and 6 is congruent to 3. What do you got for me? If 3 and 4 are congruent and 3 and 6 are congruent, that's got to mean what? 4 is congruent to angle 6 based off of another substitution. Gets a little mad. But are you seeing every time I use the substitution, how many quantities did I do? Just 2. You cannot use substitution on 3 at a time, 4 at a time. All right, you have to pick 2, use substitution, write it down. Then pick another 2, use substitution, write it down. Okay? Yes.
Couldn't you make this a lot faster and then just say like angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, angle 2 is congruent to
Oh, hold on. Angle 1 congruent to angle 4. We wrote that.
like
Yep.
in one step, instead of doing like all the substitution things,
That's what
could
I
you say like angle
Yeah.
2 is congruent to angle 5?
Okay, now look, that's fine. But all of these, then, everywhere I wrote substitution, I got to see 1, 2, 3 all in the same statement.
Okay.
You just can't go 4 to 6 substitution. You got to show me how you got there.
Okay.
Okay? So if you want, yes, I could make this into probably 3 steps if I wanted to. But again, you see everywhere I wrote vertical angles? I need 6 congruent to 3 and 1 congruent to 4 all in the same statement. And then I need all these substitution statements all in the same one. You just cannot go 4 to 6 like that and say substitution. I need to see where they came from. Okay, so that's why I like writing them out separately, so you guys can see where they all came from. Questions? Okay, I do control what happens in class today. Okay, I know you don't have any homework. All right, so I would like you to at least try proof number 1 and algebra problem number 2. You don't have to do number 3. Okay? So at least try out proof number 1 right now. If you want to work with somebody, go right ahead, work with somebody. All right, but at least try out number 1 and number 2 right now. And if you don't finish, who cares, right? We don't have any homework. Or I should say we, you guys. I'm so fired up. First timers too. And why do I just have a gut feeling that you guys are just going to roll all over this too?
Has there ever been a class that hasn't gotten
No, there has. They've guessed it eventually. But I've had classes, like I could think of 2 off the top of my head that were just like, I don't know how they did it. They could just guess the next slide transition every time, even though it's completely random. And that
Kinda
would
like
get me
no,
so fired
that
up.
is like
They're communicating with the god.
Yeah. I don't know what the deal was.
We're gonna be like that, guys.
Are you?
Don't worry.
Yeah. Yep.
Totally.
yeah, we got it.
Yep.